Hello! Are you tired of lazing about, not knowing what to do with your day as you procrastinate your homework? Well, do I have the answer for you? Watercolor painting. Yes, I said watercolor painting. You may be thinking, I've never watercolor painted before. And that's okay because I'm here to teach you. Let's go. Learning new things can be scary, but there's no reason to want to run away from it. See, you're already ready for it. There are so many different ways to paint, so many different things. These are some things I've painted, so I'm pretty good at it. Now, we'll start with a table, and to stop from spilling over the table with our watercolors, we'll cover it with a nice blanket. Here are some of our beautiful tools. There are so many different ways to paint that I decided to place some of them on the table. Now let's start. That's one of my old brushes. Yes, I know it's gross. Pencil to sketch out our beautiful ideas. Now there's wet and dry watercolor paints. Yes, wet does go with the canvas usually. And no, we won't be using that. Yes, dry for the paper. Now we have to... Good, you brought the water. Now we have to find a canvas. No, you can't use the wall. Find something smaller. Now that might be a little too small. Perfect. Now I know that there's a lot of palettes there and it may be intimidating, but I just like to collect palettes. You can use just the basic colors. So you're ready to get started. But what do you paint? You could paint a picture out the window or something in your head. You got an idea? Yes, you can do a Bob Ross painting. It's a little harder because he uses oil paints, but absolutely possible. Ah, that is a beautiful one. Oh, you'd like to paint that one? Alright, we can paint that one. So now we're starting with a simple sketch of basic things we want. Then we are painting out the darkest parts and getting a good baseline. Now there are two different types of watercolor technique. One is a wet and one is a dry technique. The wet one is where you put water down first and then add pigment. Dry is where you put the water in the paint and then immediately put it onto the paper. Now that we've added a nice base coat of our colors in the specific places that we want them, we add darker parts to start creating shadows. I added a bit of blue into the water just to make it more water-like. Now that we're adding trees, I'd recommend making them thinner and then turning them thicker, because you can always make them thicker but never go back to thinner. Now we're adding details, and you can add as much or little detail as you want. Now remember, painting is all about you, what you want to do. So if you want to add pink to your purple or put red leaves everywhere in different spots, leaves don't usually grow on trees. It's whatever you'd like it to be. Now we're continuing to add details of little things like the red leaves in the water and the banks to get a little bit of perspective. And that's it. You've painted a picture. You can make it as detailed as possible or an abstract idea. And you may decide that you like watercolor painting and you'll continue to do it. And maybe one day you'll be sitting, and maybe one day your beautiful watercolor paintings will be in an art show, have people critiquing it, or just enjoying it. Or you can hang it on the wall and enjoy it as you paint another masterpiece.